Pacific.
Your Pacific sporting journey starts here.
Leave me alone! Why have you kidnapped us?
Old lady, stop jumping around or else I will kill you and your precious grandson. Do you understand me?
You better speak to her with respect.
Don't point at me.
Grandma, don't you worry. I will save you.
Hello? Vasundhara, my dear, where are you? So you should come over. Do not call the police. Someone very dear to you is sitting next to me right now.
Hey kids, guess what? The Beelit block is back, and it's better than ever. We've got all your favorite shows like Numbers World plus new ones like Word Adventure. Tune in weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. only on TVWAN. I can't wait to learn and explore with you.
The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Hello and welcome to another edition of TVWAN News. I'm Jasmine Irojak. In this edition, Catholic faithful observe Good Friday, Hiritano Highway redevelopment launched, and PNG NRL Bid Academy uncovers the Gigma triplets. Another year, another walk. Catholic faithfuls in the Archdiocese of Port Moresby got off to an early start this morning, as is the tradition, commemorating the Passion and Death of Jesus Christ through the 14 stations of the cross. The walk started with a small crowd at St. Joseph's Parish, East Borko, and grew as it reached the different stations and ended at Hola Sacred Heart Parish at 12 p.m.
The Good Friday Way of the Cross is a Catholic tradition that's observed worldwide and is a day when Catholics remember the passion and death of Christ through the recitation of the 14 stations of the cross. Station number 1 starts at the time when Jesus was arrested at the Garden of Gethsemane and ends at station 14 when he was laid in the tomb. Archbishop of Port Moresby Archdiocese and Cardinal Sir John Ribat was at hand in Ohola, where he, together with the parishioners, received the cross.
Thank you for your walking, confirming your faith in our Lord Jesus Christ. And today we celebrate his death when he died.
Hola Parish was happy to be the host of the Holy Cross.
So, Miblol Parish Lola, with our parish priest, Miblol Parish Council, our congregation members, Miblol feeling more like privilege to host him this event now. So, and then by Miblol recollect him go back now, how Jesus he walk about he come, one something he make him, no individual blow you me yet, no family, no community.
Youths took the lead in the walk, providing singing, prayers, music, and working as marshals to control the crowd.
And for the how many couple of years we've been taking part in this, it's very an opportunity for us young ones to take part. and to walk in these stations of the cross.
The NCD traffic unit assisted in clearing the roads for faithfuls to walk freely without traffic concerns. NCD Metropolitan Superintendent Silva Sika led the traffic unit in the walk, starting at East Boroko at 5 a.m. and ending at Ola around midday. With the announcement of the canonization of Blessed Peter Torot, many prayer tables along each station featured statues of Peter Torot. Ruth Rungula, TV1 News.
It's not the end if you haven't figured what to do with your life yet. This was the encouragement from a registered valuer and alumni of the PNG University of Technology, Dr. Flora Kwapena, during the university's 57th graduation ceremony on Friday, April the 11th in Lae.
Dr. Flora Kwapena, who was the guest speaker at the PNG University of Technology's 57th graduation ceremony in Lae, is a registered valuer who has served in different sectors throughout her professional career, from academia to the private sector, public service and research sector as well. Speaking to over 800 graduates on Friday, April 11th, Dr. Kwapena gave the encouragement that each person has his or her own timeline, and it is not the end if they have not figured out their path yet.
When I was unemployed for a year after I graduated. Then I got a job at Qantas Airways as a sales consultant. Nothing to do with the degree that I got at Unitech. It wasn't my dream job, but I was getting an income. That's the main thing. And every day I tell myself, things will get better. Just have to keep on keeping on.
Dr. Kwapena currently runs her own small to medium enterprise. She highlighted that social factors such as unemployment, discrimination, lack of support and financial hardship may lead to depression for new graduates. However, she urged them to always believe in themselves and persevere.
But they just have to keep on keeping on, because tomorrow is always a better day. And it wasn't a year later that I got a job in a real estate company, and I was the assistant valuer. So from there, I started to do what I graduated in from Unitech, valuation, and that led me into the public service. And the funny thing is, I went under the mentorship of the first Value General of Papua New Guinea, Mr. Mark Kellett, and I became the first female Value General of Papua New Guinea, which is a post that I'm very proud of.
Her training under Mr. Kellett led to her employment as a senior valuer with the Lands Department. There, Dr. Kwapena obtained her registration as a registered valuer in PNG and was also awarded an AusAid scholarship to do a Master's in Real Estate at the University of New South Wales. Armed with her Master's, she taught at PNG UOT, then moved on to becoming the Valuer General of PNG for one term, then continued on to be a Research Fellow with the National Research Institute of PNG in the Property Sector Program. It was from NRI that she pursued a PhD at the University of Sunshine Coast in Queensland. After obtaining the highest level of academic achievement, a PhD, Dr. Kwapena has realigned, reassessed and redirected herself towards self-employment, operating a small property valuation firm. Camila Guare, TV1 News, Lae.
Always do the right thing even when no one is watching. This was one of the 4 main points highlighted by PNG's first female Valuer General, Dr. Flora Kwapena, when encouraging graduates from the PNG University of Technology in Lae, Morabel Province. The 4 main principles are be a positive person with understanding, be a respectable person, be a useful and productive contributor to society, and be grateful to the divine creator.
You have to be a respectable person. Always do the right thing. And even when no one's watching, we have to do the right thing. Be a positive person. Even though there's challenges, just continue to journey forth. Even if you're facing, if you're prospering, if you're facing adversity, just continue to move forward. Thirdly is contribute. Contribute to the betterment of society. In society, not only meaning like your communities or your villages, but your very own family. Contribute to their well-being. So that's one of the, and just illuminate the path so that other people can be inspired by your journey. The fourth point that is very important, we give praise to the Divine Creator. We are a Christian nation, so it's through God's blessings that we are where we are. We have to give credit to those who have mentored us along the way, who have shown that support, that dedication, that perseverance for us to be where we are, because it's all about a support system that takes you from A to B to C to D.
Over 100 teachers and training instructors in technical and vocational education recently attended a workshop on curriculum writing and assessment held at Don Bosco Technical School, Gabutu. The program is upskilling these educationists to develop and implement a competency-based curriculum in their respective trades. From April 7th to the 11th, the Curriculum Division TVET Curriculum Branch of the Department of Education brought together over 100 teachers and instructors of technical and vocational education and training in Port Moresby for a workshop on curriculum writing and assessment at Don Bosco Technical School, Gabutu. The workshop was themed Capacity Building for Trainers, Assessors towards Effective Delivery for Quality Outcomes. The educationists gained skills that would help them develop and implement a competency-based curriculum in their respective trades. During the workshop, participants took an active role in delivering presentations to illustrate their understanding of curriculum writing and assessment concepts, demonstrating practical application of the theories discussed, and receive constructive feedback from peers and facilitators. At the end of the week, a closing ceremony was held to recognize the efforts and achievements of the participants. The event concluded with positive feedback from the participants, who expressed their gratitude for the valuable knowledge and skills they had acquired. The Department of Education hopes to continue offering such workshops to enhance the capabilities of TVET instructors. The goal is to create a robust educational framework that not only meets local needs, but also aligns with international standards. Jasmine Erojak, TVWAN News. This is TVWAN News. Among stories after the break, Hiritano Highway redevelopment and PM applauds local leadership.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
Open lens.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Welcome back. Papua New Guinea's private sector is set to be a hub for growth and investment. The Osaka section for Papua New Guinea at the Osaka World Expo 2025 is showcasing the country as a net service importer, highlighting that PNG has a high demand for quality services, creating huge investment opportunities in finance, healthcare, telecom, and transport. Section PNG will be pushing for investors to seize the opportunity to bring back tangible investment for the country. The expo has been underway since 13th of this month and will run for 6 months. Prime Minister James Marape led a groundbreaking ceremony on Thursday at Berena Station, officially launching the redevelopment of the Hiritano Highway, one of Papua New Guinea's most critical transport links, connecting Port Moresby to Kerama in Gulf Province. The ceremony marked the start of the Southern Corridor, Hiritano Highway, NR001, major works contract under the Connect PNG program, which dedicates 5.6% of the national budget annually to infrastructure connectivity.
Papua New Guinea took a major step forward in national infrastructure development yesterday with the official groundbreaking ceremony for the Southern Corridor Major Works contract along the Hiritano Highway, marking a significant investment of 112 million kina in road rehabilitation and connectivity.
Gulf is a potential oil and gas province, and also Central Province is agriculture province as well. Plenty of investors come. When these roads are connected, most will not go to Highlands and will not go to any other region or provinces. They want to live close to Port Moresby. And Central Province and Gulf is the provinces that people will empower into economic potential.
Held under the banner We Connect PNG Now to Build Our Future, the event was officiated by Prime Minister James Marape and attended by a host of senior government leaders and stakeholders. The ceremony celebrated the start of 2 major road contracts funded jointly by the World Bank and the government of PNG, aimed at rehabilitating key segments of the Hiritano Highway across Central and Gulf provinces. The groundbreaking marked the commencement of 2 major contract works along the highway. From Berena Junction to Upper Naipi Bridge in Central Province was awarded to Dekanai Construction, whilst the other, from Upper Naipi Bridge to Malalawa Station in Gulf Province, was awarded to China Wu Yiko Limited. Together, these projects form a vital part of the Connect PNG initiative, the Marape-led government's transformative infrastructure program that aims to improve national connectivity, stimulate economic growth, and lay the groundwork for a more prosperous PNG ahead of the country's 50th independence anniversary this September.
Rohan open this place. Now, me like thanking Works Department for your legally talk now you open go big through. They running one massive agenda, the 5.6% in the Connect PNG Act, will not be compromised. We look at alternate funding options, domestic and external. We'll overlay with this, and I want us to bridge the gap. If not 20 years, earlier the better, giving growth to our people. From there, cacao, coffee, agriculture, tourism, livestock, etc., can grow, and our people move to productive economic life. The transnational highway is a 30-year road that was gifted to both Central and Gulf provinces. And after 10 years of me as your former member for Kairupuhiri yelling on the floor of Parliament, today I am very, very grateful indeed.
For communities living along the Hiritano Highway, especially in rural Central and Gulf provinces, this groundbreaking is more than symbolic. It promises safer travel, better access to essential services, and increased economic opportunities through improved market access and logistics. Carol Kidu Jr., TV1 News.
A historic ceremony unfolded during the groundbreaking ceremony in Barena with the unveiling of Kariko District's 5-year development plan. 2 new police vehicles were launched for Barena and Doa police stations in Kariko District, reinforcing efforts to improve law and order as infrastructure expands in the region. The launch was officiated by Prime Minister James Marape and local MP Peter Isoaimo, also Vice Minister for Works. MP Isoaimo said that with the highway redevelopment, they expect increased movement of goods and people. These police vehicles will help maintain order and ensure communities remain safe. Barena and Doa are crucial checkpoints along the Hiritano corridor, and the added police presence is part of a broader district security plan being implemented through the Kariko District Development Authority in partnership with the Department of Police and the Department of Works and Highways.
Remember you, DDA only now making 2 placards available going and be passed along Sergeant Hoiva, Sergeant Hoiva.
TV1 News continues when we return. Stay with us.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Add your kakaro, get up and big smile on face. Time for kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves. This honking is doing your head in. Why don't you go and put a stop to it? Oh, maybe not.
Bing bang bing, ding ding bang, bum bum.
Boom! The One Talk jackpot is rolling over week on week. 750,000 Kina. Get your tickets now. Draws every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Play now at 321lotto.com.pg or any of your 321 authorized retailer. 321. Win big every day.
Curly. Straight. Soft. Wavy. Afro. Short. Long. Healthy. Palmolive Naturals for naturally beautiful hair.
It's formula infused with extracts like coconut oil,
aloe vera and avocado to enhance your hair's natural beauty, giving you naturally beautiful hair that always looks gorgeous and smells great throughout the day. Palmolive Naturals.
Have a great hair day!
Thanks for staying with us. Turning abroad, Timor-Leste's president says his country could join with China to conduct joint military exercises. Jose Ramos Horta has told local media any involvement would be on the condition the activity wasn't aimed at any perceived hostile entity. President Horta's comments, which comes during Australia's federal election campaign, will draw attention in Canberra, which has been uneasy about a sweeping partnership agreement Timor-Leste has signed with Beijing. That agreement commits the two countries to enhance exchanges at all levels between the military and police forces and strengthen cooperation in such areas as personnel training, equipment technology, the conduct of joint exercises and training, police affairs, and law enforcement. Hundreds of thousands of tourists have flocked to the Gold Coast ahead of the Easter long weekend with the promise of perfect weather and a large swell. It's welcome news for the city after being battered by Cyclone Alfred.
It's paradise.
I like seeing it full. It's like good to see how many people are coming out after everything's been back.
Some beaches still being enjoyed from a distance, like this one at Narrowneck, which remains closed due to severe scarping from Tropical Cyclone Alfred.
I just hope that it gets back to normal soon so everyone can come back, enjoy the beach.
That didn't turn you off from coming here?
No, not at all. I always want to come back regardless. If it's on the grass, if it's on the sand.
The Gold Coast Council had been working to repair them by Easter with the help of a dredging barge. The mayor had pledged to buy a beer for everyone if 80% of the beaches weren't ready for the long weekend.
The beach is all opened and all I can say is come on and enjoy what we have on the Gold Coast.
The beaches aren't all open though, 100%?
Oh, okay, 95%. You got me.
While most have reopened, sand pumping works have been paused due to the large swells.
It's got to come very close to where the sand is, which is near the waves, and if the swell's too high, it's a safety issue.
But that hasn't stopped tourists from visiting.
More than 200,000 people are expected to visit the Gold Coast over the next week and a half, with more than 20,000 due on Good Friday alone.
Tourism operators hoping to recoup their losses say it's great news.
Cyclone Alfred had a big hit at Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary. Unfortunately, we were shut for 9 days straight.
A hazardous surf warning is in place for the Gold Coast and parts of the southeast until Friday night. For the first time, police will be patrolling tourist hotspots on e-bikes to ensure holidaymakers are safe.
It gives our officers the ability to intercept tourists and locals who are using e-devices and make sure that they're adhering to the road rules.
Tuvalu, one of the world's most remote nations, has unveiled its first ever ATMs at the headquarters of the National Bank of Tuvalu in the village of Vaiaku on Funafuti, the country's main island. The ceremony marked a historic shift for the island nation of 12,000 people, which has never before had access to electronic banking. The event celebrated a long-anticipated move towards financial modernization. Until now, all banking in Tuvalu has been done in cash. On payday, workers are required to queue at the bank to withdraw their salaries, a process that often leads to long lines and limited access after the bank closes at 2 p.m. Daily transactions for groceries, hotels and services remain almost entirely cash-based. For now, only prepaid cards can be used at the machines. The bank plans to roll out Tuvalu-issued debit cards next, with the goal of eventually providing Visa debit and credit card functionality that can be used overseas for travel and online purchases. Funding for the Northern Australian Fire Information Services Fire Map is set to end by July as Northern Australia enters its peak fire season. The mapping service is issued by Indigenous ranger groups, pastoralists, and firefighting agencies across 4 jurisdictions for both planned burns and fighting bushfires. The manager of the service is urging the next federal government to secure the MAP's funding after the election, while the National Disaster Agencies says the group should consider seeking private money.
In the NT Outback, the Arnhem Rangers gather to plan their burn. Ancient fire practices meet modern tools to keep fire under control across a vast and rugged landscape.
These people are really good, like they just, the tracks are in their mind. They know exactly where they are at all times.
Nowadays you've got chopper that you can burn from, the helicopters, you've got the drip torch that we use. Back then we just used to rub the sticks together, make fires.
The Jarwin, just one of 11 ranger groups here, manage a landmass almost as large as Tasmania, so accurate fire mapping is crucial.
The maps for us is really helpful for us as well, so it holds the data for us.
Live satellite fire maps provided by a service known as NAFI help the rangers track their cool burns and later in the dry season to help fight wildfires.
We want to protect our bush medicine, bush tucker, and all the rare animals.
Rather than just running out to every single fire we see, we can pick and choose the priorities.
But the future of the live NAFI maps is now under threat, with federal funding due to run out at the end of June.
The pastoralists who use it, the park rangers who use it, they suddenly, the service they use will run out of funding.
The NAFI service has been mostly federally funded until now, under short-term deals. In a statement, a spokesperson for the National Emergency Management Agency said that they appreciated the value of the maps, but that NAFI would need to look for private investors or money from state and territory governments to continue its work.
We need to get the funding sorted reasonably quickly after the election is over.
Before then, the rangers have to cover a huge area.
Taking care of the country, doing what my ancestors do, sharing knowledge with young generations and new ranger.
Traditional knowledge in a modern world.
Popular video games are using harmful tactics to keep kids gaming for longer, a new report has found. Researchers from CPRC and Monash University, who authored the report, looked at 20 dark patterns which they say deceived and manipulated gamers. The Consumer Policy Research Center wants the federal government to create an independent body that would adjudicate complaints, called a digital ombudsman.
Olski escapes into sensory overload using the gaming platform Roblox, but he's worried some gameplay feels like gambling.
Rolling dice, and dependent on your luck, you get different pets.
The 17-year-old buys Roblox's virtual currency for a chance to win.
I get a 0.01% chance to get a good drop.
This is gambling without limits and real manipulation.
A new report examined design features which manipulate gamers known as dark patterns. Almost all of the players surveyed had encountered them, and the most common were free games with ads or paid features known as freemiums, hidden costs and redirections or pop-up ads. More than half of players had their privacy compromised and left games feeling annoyed. Almost 50% suffered financial loss.
We've heard from people who've spent hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars more than they've intended to.
11-year-old Yo-Yo is also an avid Roblox user, but gets frustrated with pop-up ads.
I can't zoom out and click the X button to ignore it, and I have to leave the game.
Researchers found Australia's classification system has serious limitations because games are getting around restrictions on gambling-like content.
It has to look like a casino, whereas a lot of these games, they might have different cute animated features, but they work exactly like gambling.
Despite Merrick's experience, Roblox maintains it takes action on unacceptable content and games must disclose the odds of winning or losing.
Back home, a historic ceremony unfolded during the groundbreaking ceremony in Berena with the unveiling of Kariku District's 5-year development plan.
Vice Minister for Works and Member for Kairuku, Peter Namea Isoaimo, unveiled the Kairuku 5-year District Development Plan 2023 to 2027 during the groundbreaking ceremony for the Hiritano Highway redevelopment, drawing praise from Prime Minister James Marape for his steadfast leadership and commitment to grassroots development.
No excuse given, but you do show up as leader. And this is what this country needs. Not Facebook leaders, not Port Moresby-based leaders, but leaders who are in touch with the people in their community. Thank you, the Honorable Peter Isiomo. I want to appreciate your leadership.
The 5-year plan outlines a clear roadmap for infrastructure, social and economic growth in the district, with priorities shaped by local needs and national policy frameworks. It is mandated under the Organic Law on Provincial Governments and LLGs, the LLG Administration Act, and the National Planning and Monitoring Responsibility Act. Prime Minister Marape endorsed the plan.
In partnership with the provincial government and the district DPA, I see, and it warms my heart to see the 3 LLG presidents also here on behalf of people and council. Congratulations. No work is too late. The plans are not time-bound. Work must go on. We have much room to cover in as far as development is concerned, and I am happy to associate myself with the Kariku District 5-year development plan.
Despite a 2.5-year delay caused by an election petition, Isoaimo said the plan reflects a renewed determination to accelerate service delivery and investment in priority areas.
So like every other district, we are doing the best we can to serving our people. We are not God, we will create miracles, but within reach for funding availability, we'll do the best we can.
The Kairuku District Plan focuses on 3 key sectors in infrastructure, social and economic areas. Prime Minister Marape emphasized that such localized practical planning was critical for the success of national programs like Connect PNG, which the Hiritano Highway redevelopment falls under. He also committed 5 million kina to Kairuku to support land mobilization and economic initiatives, in addition to the 62 to 63 million kina already allocated in the district plan. The launch also coincided with the reopening of the Kairuku District Institutional House, a key administrative facility that will enhance local governance and service delivery. Carol Kidu Jr., TV1 News.
And that ends the news segment. Later in sports, Black Orchids secure 2 wins and Aton's side ready for cutters.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Tell him shorty come get it. Come grind on me, but me did it. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring that groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring that groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi, Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi,
Welcome back. The 3-day New Power Sports Talk Rugby Sevens commenced today at the home of Rugby Baba Park, Port Moresby. Defending champions Arab Black Orchids started the tournament, recording 2 straight wins in their opening games in the Open Men's Division.
The Arab Black Orchids didn't waste time making a statement at the tournament. They have introduced themselves as the genuine contenders to retain the cup title, with 2 straight wins. Coach Sidom Semosu said the team retained most of its players who won the cup last year.
Yeah, mostly the team now boys play last year. I think next year two boys show. One team one play for Black Orchid. Next year comes again.
Semosu further said the team went through months of rigorous training in preparation for this tournament. They come well prepared. 2024 Grand Finalists, Gerehu natives and renowned Rugby Sevens team in the country, 15 City Pirates from West New Britain, have also been impressive in their first day of the competition. The competition ends this Sunday with the Grand Final. The competition has grown significantly since its inception in 2018. 54 teams have registered in this year's competition, 28 men's teams, 10 women's teams, and 16 under-20 teams. The total cash prize for the winners is over 100,000 kina. The New Power Sports Talk Rugby Sevens competition is an initiative of Sports Talk magazine, co-sponsored by New Power Limited. Rex Lita, TV1 Sports.
The PNG NRL Bid Academy program continues to uncover remarkable talents, and among them are the extraordinary Gigma triplets, Bob, Julius and Charlie. At just 16 years of age, these brothers are making waves as representatives of Lay's Under-15 Male Academy side in the Pool B division, hosted at the National Sports Institute in Goroka on April the 7th, 2025. Their inclusion in a single team is a rare occurrence in the PNG Schools Rugby League system and is a testament to their special bond and shared.
Bob, Julius and Charlie have a rich cultural heritage. Their father hails from Simbu, while the mother is from Morobe. They currently live in Taraka, a vibrant suburb of Ley, and attend Taraka Primary School, also participant in the PNG NRL Bid Academy program. As they navigate through grade 6, the influence of their diverse backgrounds and the community around them continue to stage their identities both on and off the field. Growing up, the triplets were embroiled by rugby league, often found watching the NRL and playing touch footy in their backyard with other kids. This passion was ignited further with the introduction of the PNG NRL Bid Academy program at their school, providing them with a structural environment to develop their skills. It wasn't long before their raw talent and impressive athleticism caught the attention of scouts within the academy.
Main sorry, I'm study rugby mix and the tasks now. I'll be telling you guys our brother or somewhere I'm playing with. In the sabi tasks the community lulas. And on the time we play go you must play sao mi play. First that time we kalau we play school boys was like team the beat NRL beat I get in. We come selo beat lo lay side squad. We beat la master o sen. Kalau silence lo Gorka again Bangos.
Okay.
So tayo nung kalau Gorka nang mas doon staff was similar council. Ito bigatin.
In the under-15 squad, the triplets have defined roles that leverage each of their unique strengths. Bob plays fullback, bringing his speed and agility to the back line. Gilus takes on the central role of halfback, orchestrating plays and strategizing on the field, while Charlie, the most vocal among them, plays hooker and is instrumental in delivering quick service from the ruck.
Plan dahil lo sa NRL beat bagon silo NRL mla ingosem dream them that no play no NRL.
The inaugural road trip along the iconic Highlands Highway was filled with a mix of apprehension and exhilaration. Looking ahead, the Gigma triplets have big dreams. They aspire to represent their country at high levels with hopes of one day playing in the NRL. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Libby Henry, a former Lay Secondary School Boys Rugby League standout, is set to make his long-awaited debut with the PNG Hunters this weekend against the Mackay Cutters in the rescheduled Round 1 clash of the 2025 QRL Host Plus Cup season. Taking place at BB Print Stadium in Mackay, the 23-year-old from the Southern Highlands was first included in the Hunters pre-season program in 2022 after impressing with the Enga Milks.
Returning to the PNG Hunters for his second time in 2025, 23-year-old Libby Henry truly shone, playing a key role in the invincible Engamioks team as they secured both the minor premiership and major premiership title in the Diesel ExxonMobil Cup Grand Final, where he earned the Man of the Match award.
Time me even go come. You know me cry. Me feel like you are rugby, but me talk thank you to big man. That firstly me talk thank you to big man. Thank you lo pamalo mi lo sabado mi lo dog. Wrong yet to me next lakan. Puso. Thank you. Man the coaching staff big loud. Senior boys to help me. Thank you. But love me amas me ready lo. Best to me weekend.
Limby is excited about his upcoming debut, marking his second trip to Australia, having previously travelled to Cairns in February for a pre-season trial. He expressed that reaching the Hunters has always been a dream of his, with aspirations to work hard, maintain his position in the team consistently, and ultimately seek opportunities to play overseas in the future.
And then we play low. School boys, Ragumang secondary. Then Kamusem, Narlaya again, we got join him. From the team, Lily, 10 Rangers. Then, yeah, in Charlotte, 10 Rangers, I'm like, well, a big labra, and I'm stop the Tigers. And Sydney, Noel Joel, David, Lokon, Kerry, a big labra. Migla luka bro lo sa training na lakain so sa motivate him lalo every day ko kampusin begin to training play tlalem da stop go namda undefeated goralo grand final even seems la match lo grand final they play then select him lo jina ko play
Limby faced moments of doubt but prevailed with faith and the support of his family and senior teammates along the way. He shared that growing up, his father discouraged his son from playing rugby league because of injury concerns. Nonetheless, Limby developed a passion for the sport, playing in the Lay Schoolboys competition for Bomayong Secondary before joining his big brothers at the Tent City Rangers Club in the Lay Town competition. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
PNG Hunters Utility Centre back rower Alex Max is ready to tackle his second season at the QRL level with a renewed focus and commitment, aiming to elevate his game to new heights. Max views this weekend's clash against the Mackay Cutters as a pivotal opportunity to get his season back on track. Reflecting on challenges faced during the off-season, he acknowledges that lessons learned have greatly contributed to his personal growth.
Having reclaimed his spot in the team, PNG Hunters Utility Centre back rower Alex Max is ready to embrace the opportunity. He fondly remembers his debut in round 5 last year, where he started off the bench but quickly secured his preferred position in the centres. His goal is to maintain that position for the remainder of the season, barring injury or suspension.
Me boys sport finish na stuff so me put this laws on me challenge every each day me turn up feel one them 100% me giving me the feel in and out the field. Sometimes me off the track but me managing me come back and try again. Na put me position me logo focus like every day me turn up na. This time me come on top go na me I'll give me 100%. Na me had been talking me to some if a chance me kiss him.
Expressing gratitude, Max thanked the team's management for their faith in his ability and the X factor that he brings to the squad. He also acknowledged the profound influence of his local coach, Peter Gigme, who played a significant role in his early development. In addition, Max highlighted the strong camaraderie among teammates from the Hunter squad, many of whom he played alongside at the club and Digital ExxonMobil Cup levels with the Angamioks, including Jacob Lott, Linkil Kiap, and Limby Henry.
Yeah, last year, we lost finals na fall short from Black. Well, this player, we play team straight lo, so one step ahead lo, this goal last year na putilong. So every walk we play in the field, off the field, we are final team. We are grand final team. So that's the standard and put him on. So everybody in the camp and on the field, off the field, and we trying to pay him some mindset where I must give him I must beg him thinking so that people must get him like grand final mindset, being tough, aggressive in the field, motivate him outside the field, stay positive and do things accordingly. Achieve this aim and dream and put him on.
Being well aware of the competition within the team, Max knows he must stay on top of his game, especially with teammates like Clint Lama and Elijah Rotinga vying for the same spot. He believes that only form and consistency will ultimately determine who secures a position in the starting lineups. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
PNG Hunters will be treating this weekend's clash against Mackay Cutters as crucial to their campaign this year. Following their narrow loss to Ipswich Jets 22-20 last week, head coach Paul Ayton is confident the boys are in for the challenge against Cutters, who handed the Hunters a 40-26 scoreline last year in Mackay.
Definitely. They got us there last year. We were leading by a fair bit, and then they came back and beat us by a lot. So we've definitely remember that, and they're a good side. Like all the teams, I said to the boys, it doesn't matter where they are on the table. That you don't come to play, they'll get you. So no, it's a round one game, so we're making up, but it's against their coaches, my old teammates as well. So we're good friends. So it's be good to see him again and go against his team. Jimmy, look, yeah. So it'll be interesting. It'll be good to see him again as well. So it'll be good to see Jimmy. Yeah, follow a taxi. Yeah.
In a commendable display of local support, TSI, a 100% locally owned security firm, has stepped up to sponsor the national women's softball team with a fresh set of T-shirts as they prepare for the upcoming Palau Mini Games. The team will proudly use these shirts during this Easter weekend's Moneyball softball tournament held at the Bisini Softball Diamonds. At the official handover of the uniforms during the team's training session at the Bissini Diamonds, TSI Managing Director Chris Carroll and CEO John Pasingan expressed their pride in supporting the national squad. Carroll noted being a nationally owned company with roots in New Ireland, they are proud to come on board and support the national women's team.
And because it's last minute, it's not a lot. And on top of that, I'd like to also chuck in 1,000 kina in cash, just to help you blow drinks, nice. We're very honored, and all the best, and we hope you bring that gold again.
On behalf of the girls, the PNG team, train-on squad, we want to say thank you to TSI.
Whatever little support that we get, and I must also thank TSI for coming on board with that.
And that ends the sports segment. We'll now have the weather forecast. Regional forecast: Southern, Port Moresby and Daru, cloudy periods with occasional rain showers and thunderstorms. Momase, Ley, cloudy periods with frequent showers, rain and possible thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, Dorangao and Kavian, cloudy periods with few showers. Kimber, cloudy periods with some showers and thunderstorms. Highlands, Mount Hagen, Mende, Tari and Wabeg, some showers and possible thunderstorms. Ocean forecast: Pearl Sea, seas moderate to rather rough with northeast to northwest winds of 20 to 33 knots. Solomon Sea, seas slight to moderate with northwest winds of 10 to 20 knots, gusting to 25 knots at times over the western sector. Bismarck Seas, seas slight to moderate with northwest to northerly winds of 5 to 15 knots, gusting to 25 knots at times. Pacific Ocean, seas slight with east to northeast winds of 10 to 15 knots. And coastal waters forecast: waters of Fincher Fen through Vitia Strait to Ciaci Island to Dampier Strait. Seas 1.5 to 2.5 meters, rising to 3 meters at times. And waters of New Britain Island. Seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters, rising to 2 to 3 meters along warning areas. And that ends TV1 News. Have a safe weekend. Good night.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by